Well, here's someone I could try. Get a game against. 1,000 is about 9Q. Let's challenge. Oh, he accepted. Okay, let's say hello, and then go into full screen mode here, or zoom in rather. And I get to go first, so yeah, 11Q. He opened up the diagonal immediately. I'm going to close it immediately. 11Q versus 9Q. I don't know this move. Someone told me it was a move. I don't know what the point is. I guess let's bring the silver up to protect the pawn here in case he wants to keep pushing it. Oh, maybe he's going to bring his rook over to the third file here. He is, okay. Okay, but this pawn is now defended by the silver and the knight, so I think I can actually just leave that there. Can push this pawn forward. I see, he's going to bring his rook out. Let's bring the golds up. I want to be able to defend these pawns if they come under attack. Okay, starts to move his king. Bring the other gold up. I'm going for a Gengi setup, the snow roof castle. And it looks like he's going for the Mino castle. Gave his king some space. Okay, I'm not sure which pawn to move here. Let's step aside with the king. So the bishop. Here, let's see if I can draw some lines here. The bishop might go like this, I guess. That's one way it could come into the game. Okay, so I guess in that case, I'll push this pawn so I can move the silver up. So he's pushed his edge pawn here. His bishop is still looking along this diagonal. He doesn't have a silver or anything to support this pawn, so I don't know what this will accomplish, but maybe we'll find out. The rook where it is kind of prevents me from pushing my pawn forward. Okay, I'm going to take... I don't have to take. I could leave that there. He takes, I can take with the knight, and he drops a pawn. Yeah, maybe it's better if I take. What is his idea? Is he going to drop a pawn behind? He doesn't have a pawn to drop. So he brings the knight up. And still push this pawn here, but no further. I could start bringing my bishop around. Let's try this maneuver. They decide to bring a gold up, so I'm looking at these squares. And push here, open up. Now I'm looking at this pawn. And let's see, he's looking here. So if he takes here, and I take back, then this will be hanging, which may be a problem. So let's take. Takes back with the knight, I can attack the knight with the silver or pawn. If I attack the knight with the silver, if I attack the knight with the silver, it leaves this pawn hanging. If I attack the knight with the pawn, oh, he can't jump in there. He can't jump into this square because my knight's covering it. So I think this knight is a goner, although maybe he has some tactics he is planning here. Yeah, let's take. So I've got a knight I can drop now. I should look for things I can do with the knight. At the moment, the knight is, yeah, his pieces, his heavy pieces. There's this rook. So I could drop a knight here, which would push the rook back. Knight here or here would attack the bishop, but that's covered. He's got a pawn he can drop now. I do have to be a little careful of that. See what to do. How about if I bring this bishop out and attack his, silver. Bring the silver out to attack his rook. I'm weakening my king position here a little bit, maybe. But I just want to see where it's going. So he's attacking this pawn. Let's bring the gold up to defend. The bishop could just take that pawn. It's kind of foolish. Of course, I can drop a pawn and chase his bishop away unless he wants to give it up for a gold. Okay, I can drop a knight here to attack his rook again. Come forward to this square. Do I have anything on this side? It seems like I've got most of my pieces active on this side, so I should probably be looking here for play. And just try and keep in mind that idea of dropping a knight at some point. Okay, starting to think here. Pushing that pawn forward. So if I push my pawn forward, he can just take it. If I leave it here, it's defended. So I'm going to leave it. My idea was to sacrifice a pawn here. I'm trying to set up a screen on this rank so I can push the pawn forward and open up a line against his bishop there, or into his camp. Want to get that pawn push in. Oh, he's finally caught up with me on the clock. He started to use more time than I have. That's good. I don't know why. They move fast in this game. Or maybe it just seems that way to me because I'm still learning. Such a beginner. This pawn here has been hanging the whole time. This pawn. It's got the bishop looking at it. Oh no, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. The bishop is looking at this pawn. Ah, okay, so it was not as bad as I feared. Yeah, I'm going to just let that happen. And then I'm going to push here. He takes, I'm taking back. I guess with the lance. Well, no, he takes, I take back. He can drop a piece, huh? Then I have to come forward with the knight. Yeah, it might cost me a knight. On the other hand, I've won a knight, so I bought myself some time over here for my attack over on this side. So he decided to move his bishop there. Okay, it's hitting this pawn and this pawn, both of which are defended. I can bring my silver forward and attack his bishop. Where can it go? Back here? Maybe it's going back here to attack this pawn anyway. Let's promote. Yeah. I was thinking I could maybe defend it. Put a knight here. He takes, I take back. Drop the knight here. He takes, I take back. But then he has another pawn he could drop. So let's go ahead and move the knight out of the way. Yeah, he did want to bring his bishop there. So he's looking at an edge attack, I guess. He's going to push this pawn forward some more. I've got an eye on this pawn and this square here. And a piece I could drop here, attacking his rook. He could attack my knight at any time. Here, let's promote this pawn too and attack his silver. Could also have attacked his lance, but that seems like a less worthy target. So the silver came forward. So I take, he takes, and I could drop a silver here. With the double attack on the rook and the bishop. So I decided to save the rook and attack my knight, which I think was pretty much gone anyway. Before I do that, can I drop a knight anywhere to attack that? I don't see it. Just take the bishop. He took with the pawn. Now I have a bishop I can drop too now. When I drop the bishop here, he's just going to take my knight. He has a pair of silvers he can drop, so I've got to be wary, wary of that. Yeah, it's a little bit slow what I'm doing here. Let's see if his attack breaks through on this side. Yeah, he takes my knight. He's looking at this pawn. He has a potential to come through here. Take the lance. Maybe I can use that. And I'm going to bring my rook into his camp and promote it. Yeah, so he goes there. If he goes forward one more, I could take it and then he can advance. Or if he goes here, I can take it. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to give up my lance to stop that. I could put a pawn there, huh? Would that work? Maybe not, because he can take here. He didn't do that. Oh, yeah, because he takes anyway. Yeah. It might have been more dangerous if he had taken this pawn here, though. I was a little more worried about that. Okay, so he's got a gold here, and he's got a rook. Can bring a lance here to defend if I need to. And let's promote my rook here. So he put his rook behind the that's a promoted lance, so that has the power of a gold. So how do I break through here? Oh, I just take his rook. That's how I do it. That's a good way to start. Yeah, gets the game gets complicated and easy to overlook things like that. I made that kind of mistake too. I want to take this pawn here. Get on this diagonal towards his king. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, so he defends it. Yeah. Also defends here. I'm dropping a lance here to force a trade. Although maybe this is useless, right? Because he could just drop a lance there again. A knight here would... okay, he drops a pawn there. He's trying to penetrate. So if I drop a knight here, it gives his king a check. Where is the king running to? And then after the king runs, maybe I... No, the knight is defending that pawn. I dropped a lance there, not a knight. Well, I'm threatening to drop a rook here now, I guess. Okay, he dropped a silver here, attacking my knight. But I can drop a rook with check, so let's go ahead and do that. We think about the best way to proceed. So he's on the back rank now. I can drop a silver here. Here's a way to do it. I mean, drop a bishop here. Let's check. This king is defending that. Now I can drop the knight. The silver will take. Yeah, I was thinking I could take here, but actually that's wrong. I take, silver takes, I take, king takes. Unless I've got a answer to that. Let's drop a knight. I want to build up the pressure on that point. On this point. Okay, so let's clear that. So what did he do? He dropped a knight here, hitting my silver and hitting my gold. I can take here with checks. Let's go ahead and do that. A lot of ignoring each other's moves here. And then let's take with the bishop and promote. So I've got a horse, a dragon, a rook, and a bishop. He's got his king surrounded by generals. He's got 2 golds and 2 silvers here. Where is he going to run to, though? This is pinned. The silver is pinned, so he can't take my horse. King has to go here. If he goes there, I think I'll drop the rook down and it's close to a mate, or it goes out here. He went there, okay. So when I check on the back rank, where is he going to go? He can drop a piece to defend. I'll promote that too. can't run with the king, so he can either drop a piece or he can defend with the silver. If he defends with the silver, then yeah, then the dragon here is mate. So I think I'm actually going to get a mate in this game. This might be the first one I managed to get on video. No, it's not quite a mate. So if I come here with the dragon, the silver can take it. If I come here with the horse, the king can run to this square. No, it can't. It can't run to that square because the bishop. So this is a mate. You can't take it because of the pin. Can't take it by the king because it's protected. He can't interpose anything because I'm directly in contact with this king. Yeah, so he resigned. All right. Let's do the... there, I said arigato gozaimasu, and thank you for the game. Then let's exit the game and give him a good manners. I have a chance of a rank promotion now. If I win against someone who has a fixed rating higher than yours, minus 200, I will be promoted. So I give him good manners. He resigned. And anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.